everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I hope all of you are doing great. So first of all, I wish you a very happy Diwali and a very happy new year. And on this special occasion, I bought a wonderful offer for you from one of the best screening software that is out there, that is ChartMe. So they currently have been running this offer, Diwali offer, where they're offering the premium for 2000 as compared to their usual price of 2500 for the entire year. And trust me, this is a steal deal. And plus, this was about to end yesterday. This offer was about to end yesterday, and I'm a bit late making this video, but I've requested them to extend this offer for you guys, and they were kind enough to extend the offer till the Sunday's midnight. Right, so you can still avail this offer. I'll leave the link in the description, and you can still avail this offer. So this is a wonderful screening software, and I've made two videos before about this one, and in this video I'll be covering what's new in their platform. Right, so without further delay, let's get into the video. So as you guys know, this is their website, that is ChartMe. And here I've covered plenty of features: their custom scanners, horizontal resistance scanners, their market analytics, their watch list feature, and much more. But they have been constantly updating things in their platform, if you guys can see. And you can just go to this update section and you can just look at all the updates that are coming in. So they are, every time I open this website, there's something new that is coming in, right? And this is one of the most easiest to use website out there to scan the stocks, and this has become my only and primary scanning software. Right, so first you can see upcoming quarterly results with warning indicators. Right, so this is a very must-have feature, especially during the earnings season. So if you have been trading from some time and you have been trading during the earnings season, you know how important it is to trade the stocks, know about their earnings, right? When the earnings, because earnings can have a very drastic reaction on the stock price. And related to that, they have built a scanner that is related to that, which is, you can just go to the scanners, and these two are the new scanners which are wonderful, that I've been using quite a lot recently. Like, and my most favorite being the earnings gap up. So what they have done in the scan is that they have compiled a list of all the stocks with the latest quarterly results. And here you can just go to the scan, just search, just look at this earnings gap up, and here you will get all the stocks which have given earnings, and you can just look at the charts. Right, because why looking at the earnings is important is because there's something called PEAD, that is post earnings announcement drift, which is a concept that has been very active these days. Right, so what happens in, basically in PEAD, what happens is that when there's a earning surprise in any particular stock, when there's an earning surprise, what happens is that for next few days after the earnings, the price runs very fast. Right, so that is something that we need to we should be able to take the full advantage of, because these are the opportunities that market provides you, where you can make humongous gains. Right, so for that, it'll be very difficult to look at all the stocks and look remembering all the dates when the earnings are coming in. So they have done a work, half of the work for us. Right, and you can just simply go to the earnings gap up screener and you can just go through the stocks. Like, for example, look at this Pyramid Pharma. If you see, this was the earnings day, that was on 24th October. Right, and you can see how beautifully the stock moved after that. If you come down a bit, you'll see the scare ratings. You can see the reaction on the earnings of this particular stock. Force Motors, if you look at Gillette, again a very strong reaction after the earnings. Right, and you see Paradeep Phosphates, and you look at Tejas Networks and many other stocks. Right, so you can just whenever a stock gives really good earnings and the price was in a decline and the price was neglected, and suddenly the stock comes up with wonderful earnings, what usually happens for next few days is that that stock runs in the upward direction very fast. Right, so using the scanner, you can catch those kind of opportunities. Right, if I show you some of those opportunities, you can just simply look at Anup Engineering, one of the really good examples of that. Right, so somewhere around here there were earnings, and just look how beautifully the stock went up. Right, and if you look at other stocks, sorry for that, and if you look at Prudent is another example which had earnings, and you can clearly see how beautifully the stock went up. If you look at Prudent, sorry for the spelling mistake. Right, you can just see. So this was the reaction on the earnings, and this was the following movement of that particular stock after that. Right, so you can clearly see how wonderfully it provides you opportunities, right? And similarly, we have a VCP scan as well. So if you guys aware of what VCP is, so basically if I tell you what VCP is that when a stock goes in volatility contraction, means the the stock is going from high volatility zone to low volatility zone. Mean if I show you just an example, what that means is that if I just show you a diagram of that, so you have seen the stock movement is usually like this, zigzag and zigzag, right? So what happens in case of the VCP, that is the volatility contraction, what happens is that the volatility keeps on decreasing and the price range keeps on decreasing till at a certain point where the stock just blasts in one of the two directions, the upwards or the downward direction, right? So that is again very difficult, that is again a very difficult criteria to actually define in terms of the scanning, and they have done that job wonderfully well, right? So if you can just look at these stocks again, you'll see the contraction pattern that is building up in these cases, right? You can clearly see the range narrowing. Here also you can see the range getting narrower and narrower, and plus it'll give you only those names that specify that particular criteria. If you look at the APL Apollo, so it might not look like on a daily chart that there's volatility contraction going on, but if I show you on the large scale, if you look at the weekly chart, you can clearly see the same thing is happening here, right? You can clearly see the range contraction going on, and what happens once the contraction is resolved, the stock price runs very fast. More features that they have added, just let's say you want to look at the horizontal resistance, right? So what you can do, you can now check the base length as well, that is how long the base is, for how many days the stock is consolidating in that particular range when you're looking for a horizontal line breakout. Plus they have added wonderful new features like this. By star they can they alert you if the stock is in ASM list or not, and by this hash they tell you about if there's a circuit revision limit, like a stock going from a 2% circuit to a 5% circuit, or a 5% circuit to a 10% circuit, or vice versa, right? And then we have the earnings indicator, right? When the earnings are very soon in next few days, you should be careful about the stock. Here you will have two opportunities. You have an opportunity of PEED, and on the other side you'll have an opportunity to short in case the results are really bad, right? So again, that is another wonderful feature that they have added. Another thing that you can do is you can just go through the horizontal resistance or any scanner that you like, right? You can select the stocks. Let's say I really like Paytm, right? I really like PGEL, I really like Jubilant Pharma, right? And what I can do is I can just simply add them to the watch list, or I can simply export them to the trading view as well. So if I add them to the watch list, I can create a new watch list. I can add to my existing watch list. So this is from the horizontal one, right? What I can do after that is that once I've added these names successfully to the watch list, I can just go there. Plus I can add the notes here as well. Let's say ki what was the thing I was actually looking for in those particular stock while I selected this. You want some notes that you want to add there, right? So let's say you want to use it as a journal as well. You want to add your entry price, your entry date, and all those things that you can do in this case, that is the notes feature. And some more interesting features that they have bought are few the ready-made templates that they have added. Earlier there was only Himanshu template, then they added Chirag template as well, then Niti template, Prodigal Trader, and Hiren template. So you must know about these guys from Twitter. They are quite popular and I really like their work. And if you want to understand what they're looking for those particular stock, you can just select the template and you can do your own modifications. Like if I want to select the Prodigal Trader uh, template, right? So what's his template is, right, he wants the at least the RS, that is your relative strength, should be above the 20 MA, and 20 should be above 50, and 50 should be above 200. Similar is the case with the volume. And here also another interesting feature that you can add is that percentage from 52 week high. So if I guys show you my official template, what I like to use is that I've created a custom template and I can show you what I use, right? So this is what my custom template looks like. So I'm looking for the stocks that are above the 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, and the 21-day moving average. A second thing I like is I like to look at the stocks that are within the range of 25% of their 52-week high. And the third thing that I like to do is the overall RS, that is the relative strength of that particular stock, should be above 80 to 100. So one thing that I've noticed is that every winning stock that I've caught has had the RS of more than at least 85, at least more than 80. That means it's relatively stronger as compared to the other stocks. So this is again a really wonderful feature that you can get here, that is the percentage away from the 52-week high. Second is, another thing that you can do is you can go to the display settings, and here you'll get multiple other features. Like you can also get the base depth, right? Again, if you, let's say, if you like using the horizontal scan, right? So I personally like to use the horizontal scan a lot. So first of all, I need the base length, because bigger the base, the better that is for me, my personal criteria. Second thing is, like, I don't want too deep of a base, right? So what I can do, I can just simply select and see what is the depth of the base, right? So here I get what is the depth of the base, that is from the current price. So I'm basically looking for anything that has a base of less than 20% or so, right? So those are the kind of bases that I actually prefer in my case. And here you'll get all those things. You can get the base length, how long the base formation has been going on. And the second thing that you can do is you can get the base depth, how deep the base is. Another, you can see the industry analytics. You can see show graphical view. You can just simply go to the graphical view, and you can see which industry has the highest number of stocks that are trading their their within the range of their 52-week high. Like in this case, which stocks have the higher RS rating, which industry has the highest RS rating. And another, how has been the historical performance of at least last few months, right? So you can simply check how the particular sector has been performing from the last few months. Like you can see from the August, starting from August till October, you can clearly see the civil construction sector was doing really well, and then it started declining. And now, the if you see medical diversified sector, sorry, industry has been picking up, right? So this is again a very wonderful feature that they have added. And so basically, like, these are the few things that you need. It's not like you need a lot. You just need two, three things. You need two, three setups that you need to follow, and rest is all about the management of that particular trade. And you are getting this wonderful screening website or a software, whatever you like to call it, for just 2000 for the entire year. And I really think that you should go for it. That is my personal opinion, and I'm not gaining anything financially here that I want to make clear first, right? So I'm just making this video because I want to. I actually like their work a lot, right? So I guess that is it for today's video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new. And once again, very happy Diwali and a happy new year. Goodbye, take care, see you in the next one.